Hello, I'm Dallas Johnson. I want to show you how to obtain your Missouri dealer's license. The state of Missouri requires that you take a 4-hour dealer training class, and I give the classes for the Department of Revenue. I've been giving these classes for many, many years, and I'm going to show you exactly how to start your business from scratch in your class. We're going to go through all the paperwork that you must complete in order to apply for your license, and then I'm going to show you how to apply for your license correctly. The state does require that you do attend this training class, and I give these dealer training classes in very comfortable hotel meeting rooms all over the state of Missouri every single month. If you're not sure where to go, you can go to modealer.com and just click on the class schedule link at the very top. And as you can see right there, I give dealer training classes in Kansas City, St. Louis, Cape Girardeau, Springfield, Columbia, and also in St. Joe. So you can just find a location that's convenient near your home. You do not have to take any test whatsoever in your class, but you have to sit through the entire training class. So be sure to arrive by no later than 8 o'clock a.m. And there's no test, so if you can put up with me for about 4 hours on your class date, you're going to graduate, and I'm going to give you your official certificate of completion in your dealer training class. I'm also going to give you this very, very helpful, extensive dealer license training manual that I wrote, and I've spent many years putting more and more content into this. And this copyrighted manual is going to be given to you included in your tuition on the day of your training class, and it's going to really help you streamline the process of obtaining your license and also operating in compliance. Now, I want you to be aware, in your class, we're regulated by the dealer licensing section of the Department of Revenue, and I'm going to give you their contact information. I'm going to give you their email addresses, phone numbers. We have unlimited technical support in this new business that you're getting ready to start. So you can contact the state agency at any time if you have questions before you get your license, or maybe you've just gotten your license, or maybe you've been a licensed dealer for 20 years. I'm going to give you some contact information for them in your dealer training class. So you are going to have unlimited technical support. There aren't many businesses you can start where you have unlimited technical support from a state agency, but in the business that you're getting ready to start, you have complete technical support. In your class, I'm going to show you how to easily apply for your dealer's license right here on the Department of Revenue's dealer portal. So I'm going to show you in class, we're just going to gather up 6 documents. We're going to scan those onto our computer, our PC, or our iPad, and we're going to upload them through this portal. And when you apply correctly, you should, in most scenarios, get your dealer's license back in your mailbox in about 6 to 7 days. So this online dealer portal has really expedited that process, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get your dealer's license hanging on the wall as fast as possible if that's what you're interested in, so you can get your business open as fast as possible and get you making some money as fast as possible. That's going to be my goal in your dealer training class. Now, here very soon, you're going to be handling some very, very large financial transactions. And when you sell a vehicle, more than likely that vehicle is going to be worth several thousands of dollars. So there's a lot of times it's just going to be you and one customer doing a deal. So you're going to have complete oversight over these very, very large financial transactions. Before the state gives you that responsibility with your own dealer's license, they want to make sure that you are of a high level of ethical standards. The state doesn't want to give a dealer's license to somebody that stole a car or rolled back odometers. They require us dealers to be of a higher level of ethical standards than the average person walking down the street. And the state doesn't want to accidentally give a dealer's license to somebody that was managing some nationwide auto theft ring. So in your class, I'm going to show you how to get your background check. You're not required to get fingerprints, so don't waste your time getting fingerprints. And by the way, if you live in another state, that's not a problem at all. Your location has to be in Missouri, and you're just going to submit an online background check from your home state. You do not have to get fingerprints to get a Missouri dealer's license. So I'll show you in your class. We're going to create a quick username and password on the Missouri Highway Patrol's criminal history system, and you'll need to put your contact information in there, including your birth date and your social security number, and then you'll have to pay for it. And currently it's $15.25, which I believe is like the cheapest background check in the entire United States. And I'm going to show you instantaneously, you're going to get a PDF like this. It's going to have the state seal pop up. You want to print some copies, but more importantly, you're going to want to save all the documentation that I'm going to show you on your computer or your Mac or your iPad, and we're going to upload it through the dealer portal on the day of your class. I'll show you how to do that, or you can do it after the class as well. With that being said, here's your contact information. If you have any questions about background checks, I'm going to give you all this contact information in the class. And another thing about this dealer training manual that I'm going to give you on the day of your class, as you can see here, the entire PowerPoint presentation to the whole class is in the very back of that manual. So in your class, we're going to go through a very, very extensive PowerPoint presentation that has a lot of great phone numbers, email addresses, website addresses, and things like that, like you see on the screen right now. A multitude of contact information is going to be on that PowerPoint presentation, and it's going to be in the back of that manual that you're going to take with you on the day of your class. So we need to go ahead and be aware that we're going to register this new business with the Secretary of State of Missouri, which is a requirement for every motor vehicle dealer in Missouri. The state wants to have a record of this brand new business that you're starting. So we are going to need to decide, number one, our business entity. Now, you can get some legal advice, but we're going to talk about this in class. I'm going to show you, if you're comfortable doing a little bit of research on your own, you can go to the Secretary of State's website, and they have complete descriptions of different types of business entities. And we'll talk about this in class. But if you want to get some legal advice to steer you in the right direction, you can certainly do that. But if you're comfortable doing some research on your own in the class, I'm going to show you these different business entity categories. And then you can just go ahead and file your fees right there. And a split second later, you're going to get a document that looks like this, which is your Secretary of State Corporations document. Now, there's a little number up there at the middle of the screen, and that is the number that you need to record and enter on your dealer license application. And the reason for this shows the dealer licensing section that you have properly registered your business with the Secretary of State, which is really just a couple clicks of the mouse. Now, if you currently have a business that's already registered with the Secretary of State, you can certainly amend that license or that business category that you're in. And if you're not sure what your business number is, then you can just go to the Secretary of State's website, and up there at the top, you're going to click on Business Services and then Business Search, and you can just type in the name of your business, and it should pop up right here with your Secretary of State number if you currently own a business and are going to start selling motor vehicles as well. So I'll show you exactly how to do that in the class as well. If you have any contact questions or any type of questions about business entities, once again, there's that contact information you're going to see on the screen. And I'm going to give you an extensive PowerPoint presentation in that book, plus a lot of really great contact information and startup information. As you can see here, I'm pretty proud of this thing. I've been working on this manual for many, many years, adding to it and updating it over the years, and it is current. So when you come into the class, it's going to be current with not only the state laws out of Jeff City, but it's going to be current with federal laws out of Washington. And my goal in your class is to help you maintain compliance. We're a tightly regulated industry because we tend to be a very high profit industry, and I'm just going to show you some real simple sets of rules and guidelines. You're going to be able to easily maintain 100% compliance. Now, you are going to have a location for your license. I want to make sure you're very clear on this. There's no cloud-based license where you can just show up in the Target parking lot, sell a vehicle, and disappear forever. The state of Missouri is absolutely not going to allow that. You're going to have a location for your license. So the building that you're using has to meet local zoning. Missouri is one of the only states in the country that does allow a dealer to have a dealer's license at your home. However, you have to meet local zoning, and most cities are not going to allow you to have a dealer's license at your home. Now, if you're in a rural area or in an area with no zoning, you should be able to get a dealer's license at your home. The one little catch here is your display lot cannot be part of your driveway. So keep that in mind. But no matter what, you have to meet local zoning, which is probably not going to be allowed at a residence in any city. You can easily find out local zoning by calling your city hall or your county courthouse. Tell them the address that you want to use, and they'll tell you whether or not you can have a license at that specific location. And I'll talk more extensively about that in your class. I'm going to show you how to maintain your records, and I'm going to show you also you are allowed to run multiple businesses out of the same building. So we'll clarify how to do this. The state of Missouri does allow you to have your dealer's license in the same building as other businesses, and I'll go in depth on that in your dealer training class. You must have a display lot. Your display lot has to be on the exterior of the the building, and this is going to be where you're going to display your motor vehicles. Now, you can have a huge outbuilding or something like that, or just a huge commercial building that you've got all your vehicles stored in, but you still have to have that exterior display lot, and I'll talk about those requirements because you do have to be able to see that lot from the nearest roadway. You're going to have the very easy step to complete here of getting a sign produced. Every building in Missouri that is a dealership has to be identified with a sign. So you can go to any printing company or a sign shop and get you a sign produced, and you're either going to mount that sign to the front of the building or put it on a pole out in the display lot. And the minimum requirement on your sign is that it must be at least 6 inches high or larger. So the dealership name must be 6 inches high or larger, and we're going to talk about that extensively in your dealer training class. You just have to take a photograph of your business as well. So you're going to take a picture of your entire building and your lot, and you need to get that photograph onto onto your PC or your iPad, whatever you're using to upload those documents. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to upload those documents right through the dealer licensing online application system, which we're going to cover extensively in your dealer training class. You're probably aware of this. Every single vehicle in Missouri has to be insured, including the vehicles that you're going to hold for resale. So you're going to have insurance in effect before you actually apply for your license. And I've been working with a company here. I think they've got the cheapest rates in the entire state of Missouri that I've been referring them to. And I'm going to give you that contact information in your dealer training class. You're not going to go to Progressive and get a dealer policy. You're not going to go to Geico or call your State Farm agent. You will need to go through an insurance broker that specializes in commercial coverages. And I'm going to give you a phone number to a company that's the cheapest rates I've been able to find in the state of Missouri for many, many, many years. I've not been able to beat the quotes for this one company. So I'll give you that contact information to hopefully get the cheapest insurance that you can in the state of Missouri. You're going to need to either obtain a $50,000 irrevocable letter of credit or a $50,000 dealer surety bond. So the state gives you a choice on whichever one of these is the most convenient for you. I'm going to let you know, I'm always going to recommend probably the cheapest route for most dealers is going to be the $50,000 dealer surety bond. Now, is a $50,000 dealer surety bond going to cost you $50,000? No, absolutely not. It's based on your credit score. So with good credit, you should be spending somewhere around $300 to maybe $500 every year for your dealer surety bond. If you have a couple of blemishes on your credit score, that's okay, but the price is going to go up a little bit. And I'm very proud of this bond quoting system that I have personally built. I spent a long time building this, and I'm going to show you how to get a bond quote in your class. And when you use the resources that I show you in your class right here, you're going to be able to submit a bond quote, and it'll match your credit score with one of 30 bond carriers. So no matter what your credit score is, I'm going to do my very best to send that off to the correct bond carrier, and I'm going to do my very best to get you your cheapest bond. And your bond is actually just a 2-page document. It's going to look like this. This is going to be your bond that's going to pop up on your screen automatically. And then you've got a second page, which is called your power of attorney. And you can just print those up automatically, scan them onto your computer, and then you're going to upload them through the dealer portal. And I'm going to show you how to do that during your training class. Once you get your dealer's license, I want to make sure that you're very aware the state does require that you do staff the dealership. It doesn't need to be you. It could be, an employee or a salesperson if you need to go to the dealer auctions and things like that. But we'll go over those minimum staffing requirements on the day of your class as well. One of the very final steps that you're going to complete before you apply for your license is your very, very quick and painless law enforcement certification. Now, before the Department of Revenue issues your license, they want to make sure that you have a building and a lot and a sign, basically, and have met physical law requirements. The Department of Revenue does not have enough staff to do this, so they're going to allow a local law enforcement officer to come in. That law enforcement officer is going to be in a huge hurry, and they're going to sign this form that I'm going to show you right here. This is Form 5748. I'll show you how to download that in your class. And this form that you see right here is just going to show the Department of Revenue that you have met all your physical law requirements. So when you come into class, I'm going to give you some phone numbers. The law enforcement divisions that are going to do this for you are very familiar with this process, and I predict when you're ready to go, that law enforcement officer is going to be in and out of your building in about 2 or 3 minutes, but I want you to be aware it is a requirement. I'm going to give you some phone numbers, and I'm going to let you know there are different law enforcement agencies in Missouri that can do this inspection, and it's going to be determined by your location. So I'll let you know how to do that in your dealer training class. Also, I'm going to show you how to download all the forms that you need, and at modealer.com, you can scroll down on any page. And by the way, modealer.com is a web forwarding address. Our official website address is MissouriDealerSeminars.com. But since that's a pretty long website, you can just type in modealer.com on any browser, and you're going to see all the documents that we're going to go through in your dealer training class. And at the bottom of this page, I'm even going to show you a link to all the docs that you'll complete during a deal. And in your class, I'm also going to show you some software programs that will run all of your financing for you. It's even going to allow you to start a very profitable buy here, pay here dealership if that's something that you're interested in. I've got some codes in the class that I'm going to give you that will get you some software programs going immediately that will really run your dealership, that will get financing for every single one of your customers. And if you're interested in starting a very profitable buy here, pay here dealership, those software programs will run your buy here, pay here dealership for you as well. So at the end of the training class, I'm going to show you exactly how to apply for your dealer's license, and we're going to scan some documents real quick, and we're going to go to the Missouri Department of Revenue's dealer portal, and I'm going to show you exactly how to apply for that license correctly. So hopefully you'll get that license back within 6 to 7 days to get your license basically hanging on the wall and get your business started as soon as possible and get you making some money as soon as possible. As I said earlier, I give these training classes all over the state. You can go to modealer.com, click on class schedule, and as you see there, I give the training classes in very comfortable hotel meeting rooms in Kansas City, St. Louis, Cape Girardeau, Columbia, Springfield, and in St. Joe as well. And in your class, it's a very comfortable environment. You're just going to have to sit through the whole class. There's no test whatsoever, but I want you to be very clear. You have to arrive by 8 a.m. on the day of the class, so you can attend the entire class, and you'll be done at 12 o'clock. And you just have to show me an ID, and then I'm going to give you your official certificate of completion, and you will need to submit that with your dealer license application, and that's going to show the state that you have completed your mandated training. The training is required for everybody getting their license for the first time. If you're not sure where a location is, you can just select that location, click on Map It. It shows you exactly where that hotel is, and when you are ready to sign up, you can just click that blue sign up button. So once again, my name is Dallas Johnson. I look forward to helping you get into this amazing business. I look forward to meeting you in your dealer training class, and I'm going to do my very best on the day of your class to streamline the process and guide you through the entire process of getting your dealer's license. And my goal is to get your business open as soon as possible and help you make as much money as soon as possible while maintaining compliance with state and federal laws, which is very, very easy to do. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you considering choosing me to become your dealer license training partner. Thank you very much. I want to wish you the very best of luck on your new business.